Yo, yo, what's up, riders? Welcome back. What's up, Rusty? All right, y'all, so it's the next day. We put the hitch on last night, and look what came in the mail today. The rack arrived today. We're gonna tear this thing open, see what's inside, and then we're gonna go try it on the car. All right, fam, so we got everything out of the box. We've got the two main supports. We've got the wheel supports. This is the main part of the rack. And then I went to my car to get the hitch insert. So this is the receiver for the hitch. And obviously it fits because it's a 2-inch receiver and this is a 2-inch rack. So we're gonna run over to AutoZone. We're gonna get the hitch pin. We'll come back, put everything together. Hopefully the bikes fit and don't touch each other, don't rub. There's clearance on the car. And everything works out as expected, and we can start traveling with our bikes, which is next level for us. So I can't wait to do that. Rusty's around here somewhere, hiding or looking for a snack. But yeah, we're gonna go to AutoZone. We'll be back. See y'all in a bit. I'll be back, monkey. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm pretty nervous. I'm nervous that this just isn't meant to be with this car, and this shouldn't work, although it should based off of the products that I bought. But I guess there's only one way to find out. And we're gonna find out tomorrow morning. It's a little too dark now. But tomorrow morning, we're gonna put that thing together. And hopefully the car just doesn't do a wheelie. But we shall see. Wish you luck. All right, hopefully we can get our hitch pin here and then go pick up our pizza. All right, we got what we needed. Got a locking pin. So yeah, we got what we needed, and I dropped it already. 20 steps from the store, but no biggie. It popped out of its case when I dropped it, so at least I got to test it, and it's the right size. And I got one that locks, because I figure if we're gonna be in different cities, you never know where we're at. So I got one that locks as well, but my thoughts are probably just to put the entire thing in the trunk when we offload the bikes to go ride, but it's good to have it just in case, like, we stop somewhere to eat or something and we park the car for a while with the bikes on it. You never know what people will try to do, so everything has a lock on it. Even if it's not the best lock, maybe it's a deterrent enough to not have our stuff disappear. So yeah, we're gonna go pick up our pizza, crush it, and then tomorrow morning, we shall see. Oh man, you guys. Little Caesars has a pretzel stuffed crust pizza. I cannot wait to try it. Oh my gosh, there it is. Oh man, we're gonna crush it. Rusty and I and Lisa are going to destroy it. All right, folks. It's the next day. We're gonna go ride the Baltimore-Annapolis Trail today. But first, we gotta see if the hitch works, so we're gonna set that up now. Got the homie George back to help us out. He's gonna ride as well. So I'm gonna go get the car. We're gonna park it in one of these spots facing nose in, and then we're gonna hook this thing up. I'm so nervous. All right, we have the car, we've got the hitch, we've got the rack, we've got the bikes, we've got friends. Now the only thing is to get over my fear of putting all this together. Let's go. All right, guys, so I'm gonna show you how to do this. Like if I was just walking them to the car by myself, so I'm gonna do it without George's help. So we're gonna grab the receiver, we're gonna grab the base of the rack, put this on the car first. We can probably leave this here. All right, so we're gonna need a screwdriver. flathead just to pop the little panel off under the car. You want to get under here? So there's a little panel right here that we pop off, and that gives us access to installing the receiver. So we got that. Let's tuck this inside. And then we got our receiver. We got the key for it. So all we do is we pop this right inside of the base of the hitch that's installed inside of the bumper. There's a pin that locks into this here. That's what holds the entire thing onto the car. I tested this with my body weight. I'm very nervous that this is all that holds everything together, but this is a tried and tested hitch, so we're gonna go with it. So all we do is just put it in. Once we hear that loud click, we are in. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it, put the cap back on, and then we're good. So now my next concern is clearance of the rack and the bikes. Hopefully nothing hits the bumper. Hopefully I can get the trunk open and closed without having to get the bikes on and off. But that's first step there. We've got the, if I can get it out of my pocket, we've got the pin for the hitch. We're gonna get this on here. Now inside of this, on this rack, there's this nut here. It's the anti-wobble feature. And what that does is when you have the rack inside of the receiver and the holes are lined up, you make sure that the pin goes through this little ring that's inside of here. I don't know if you can see that, but once you have it all in, you tighten this nut here and it pulls the hitch pin tight, and then that keeps everything from wobbling on this connection here. So let's put this in. Got our holes lined up. Make sure we can get our anti-wobble pin in the picture. I should probably take the lock off the pin. Since we're going to be traveling, I figured I'd get a pin with a lock on it. Even if it's not the best lock in the world, it might be a sufficient deterrent to keep somebody from trying to steal everything. So make sure that the pin goes through the anti-wobble, and it did. As you can see, I don't know if you can see right there. As you can see, the pin is through that little metal ring. And once we get it all through, we get our lock on. That's not going anywhere. All right, so we're good there. All right, so next is loading up the main arms. These would be the main support arms that the bikes hang off of. And then there's bottom supports that just keep the wheels in place. So let's grab these. But yeah, it looks like clearance won't be an issue. Hanging way out. That's one of my main concerns. We're gonna start with the middle. We'll adjust it from there if need be. So we got those locked in. Got these locked in, but you know what? Let's tighten the anti-wobble nut before we even get these on, because I feel it wobbling. So let's fix that. So we need a 9/16 socket. All right, it's getting tighter. Sense much less wobble. We're good. The only wobble we have is the actual receiver inside of its base, but that's side to side. Up and down is minimal, but the connection between the rack and the hitch with this anti-wobble is secure. definitely not wobbling anymore. I don't want to tighten any more than that. Pretty tight already. Pin is in place. So let's try to get these support arms on, and then we'll go grab the bikes. So this hitch supposedly supports up to 350 pounds. The rack is about 28 pounds. Both of my bikes combined with the batteries removed, I'd say probably 130 pounds, maybe 140. So it should definitely be sufficient. I know my friend Turn One that recommended this rack to me. He has a Hyper Scorpion or Hyper Scrambler 2, which is a very heavy bike with the dual batteries. But he's had both of his bikes on his hitch. So it's taking my body weight. I'm about 130, 135. The weight of the bikes, I'm assuming, will keep these tight. And let me adjust this correctly. Put this in the middle pin. All right, got that in the middle hole. So that's even. These we can put on once the bikes are hanging. I don't know if that's easier. All these do is the tires rest on here, and these Velcro straps wrap around the tires tightly. These don't support any weight. This is the only load-bearing parts here. So all this does is keep the bikes, the bottom of the bikes, from swinging around and touching each other. So I believe we can put that on last just by sliding this over. Yeah, I think it'll be easier to hang the bikes and then fish these through. Pop these back in here. Put one of these on my key ring. So we're gonna go get the bikes. We're gonna try this thing out. Wish us luck. Let's see how far this hangs out. Clearance is not an issue. I'm glad this is not an issue with clearance. That's plenty of space for the bikes to be and the trunk to close and open. Maybe it'll hit a handlebar, maybe not, but we shall see. Let's find out. All right, we got the bikes out. So we're gonna get the batteries off. We're gonna get the backpack off. And hopefully, I'm really hoping I don't have to take the rack off as far as clearance between the bikes while they're on the rack. So I guess we'll find out. And the way you get the batteries off of an Ariel Rider, insert the key, turn the key counterclockwise, keep it held, and just pull the battery towards you. And we got that one off. We'll go ahead and take the rear view camera monitor off as well, because that's not on there super securely. All right, my key should be in the front here. Might as well get our water bottles. Oh, your water's empty. We'll get this pack off. Handy. Let's stick this over here for now. All right, we're ready to load these up. All right, so the way that you load these up is the first bike, you want the first bike with the chain ring facing vehicle. So basically the front of the bike facing the driver's side, and then when we load up the second bike, it's gonna be facing in the opposite direction. So the first thing we're supposed to do is get the front wheel onto this support, then get the rear wheel onto this support, then we move them to the back, strap it down, put the other one on, and then we'll slide the bottom supports through. So I'm gonna lift up. And we're on. Now let's get the back. And we're on. How we looking, George?
Good.
I have a lot of faith in these.
The bike looks good.
Got a lot of faith in this metal. You know what? This stuff cost a pretty penny. It's thick metal, it's quality, it's made in the US. So hopefully it lasts and nothing happens bad. Oh, I fished it through where the reflector is. It's probably not good. There we go. All right. And we'll do the same to the back. Back is not near a reflector, so that should come over fairly easy. All right, so we're on there. It's very close on the left. The foot peg is pretty close, but not touching all the way. All right, so that's on. This could be a disaster waiting to happen. Get our front wheel on. And it's so close with the foot pegs. How are we looking back here? Oh wow, yeah, the clearance is good. The foot peg isn't really touching. It's barely touching here. It's barely touching. It's not even really leaning on the metal very hard. So yeah, bikes are on. The car is lowered a little bit. Definitely lowered a little bit. All right, so these on. And then we're gonna try to hit the road. We've got a buddy from Facebook, Scott, probably already at the place waiting on us. So hopefully we don't have to make him wait much longer. So this is the right one. Oops. And oops. All right, this is the left one. All right. Okay, I see how that works. So again, these Velcro straps are just to keep the bar and the bottom of the wheels in place. These support beams do not support actual weight. Let's fish this side through. Tighten this nicely. Once you get this knob tight, the stainless steel on stainless steel, it's pretty tight. All right, once we got that tight, let's resecure our Velcro straps. there. Get this one a little tighter. All right, we're good. Do the other side, and it's looking good. It hasn't fallen off yet. All right, so this is the issue here. This peg is not gonna let us slide this on. Nope. So I gotta get my foot peg off. Who's that? Can you hold it right there? Got it. All right. Close this thing. All right, so we got to get the foot peg off, at least on this side, but I'll probably just end up taking them all off since I don't use them. And it's become a little issue with the clearance on this. But thankfully we've got our toolbox, and we've got an adjustable wrench and these little bits. So as long as I can loosen these, we can unscrew them by hand without having to have to take the entire bike off.
So they do come stuck with the pegs, huh?
Yeah. I mean, now that I don't even have the long seat on, there's no point in having these on, so it's not a big deal. Just wish I had known and I would have taken them off before we came out here. But no biggie. We got it off. And we can get our wheel support in right here. Can you slide me that? There we go. There we go. See those? Ah, the nuts, yeah. All right. I don't want to get my new Healthy E-Rider sweater dirty. That would suck. Let's get this one through. All right, last thing to tighten. All right, super worried, but they are on there securely. We got our pin, got our anti-wobble tightened, our pin locks are in, our wheel supports are tight. All of our straps are tight. These bikes do not move on this. The only point of movement is at this point where the actual receiver goes up into the car. But everything else is nice and tight. Again, I trust this. I trust the steel. I have to. It's science. Science is real. So we shall see if we get to our destination with the bike still here. We're gonna go grab Rusty. We're gonna grab our gear. We're gonna get on the road. We're gonna meet up with Scott, and we're gonna ride the B&A trail. What's up, E-Pups? We're back. We're getting ready to head out. We got all our gear. Rusty's ready to go. Lisa's coming out to check out the rack and see how much it adds to the car. Makes it much bigger overall. This is gonna be weird, driving it with all of that on the back. I wonder how it's gonna affect my autopilot. I might not have autopilot with these bikes on. I'm pretty sure some of the cameras are blocked. We'll find out. We're not going that far. We shall see. I'm pretty sure Tesla was smart enough to design it so it can compensate with what it can see. But yeah, there it is. It's looking pretty good. Hopefully we make it in one piece with all our pieces intact. So we're gonna load up and see y'all in a bit. Bye. Bye. Wish us luck. Luck. Get there in one piece. Get there in one piece. I know, right? Right. All right, so we're gonna do this. I double checked everything, triple checked it, then I quadruple checked it. So we're on our way. You ready, bro? Yeah. Let's do it. All right, guys, we'll see you in a bit. I'm actually going to turn on the other camera. I have it on the back windshield so we can see how much the bikes are going to wobble, because they are going to wobble. So hopefully it's not too bad, but we're going to get to where we're going regardless. But we're going to check out to see how much they wobble. So hopefully it's not too bad. Bikes in the back. That's what we see behind us now. So hopefully they don't wobble too much. Hopefully we always see them there instead of something broken here and no bikes. But yeah, we're gonna get going. I'm nervous, but we're gonna go. Let's go. Sensing something behind me at all times. It's the bikes.
The bike sensor. Something in your back end. The bikes. Okay.
That's nothing. I'm about to go over an actual speed bump up here. Really slow. Man, that metal just bending so much. Ever so good.
Yeah.
Ever so much.
Flexy. Told my girl about Tesla. What? You'd be like, I'll be scared. Like, you're like texting and petting your dog at the same time. I told her, your dog, yeah, it's a Tesla. It's amazing. What you say? It's still attached.
I'm trying to drive carefully, but I guess because I'm high and I just hit the bomb. I forget right away for a few seconds, and I find myself driving like the bikes aren't back there.
I'm gonna remind you, man.
But that's not a bad thing, because once we're actually moving and we're on the highway, like any little crack in the road or something on the highway, going fast, it's gonna amplify that. It's better to test it now.
You just hit the phone. Okay, man.
Chill now. It's awesome. I'm going 47 miles away from the house to go ride with the bikes. I love it. Every time I have my bikes on my car, I'm going to look at other Model 3 drivers like this one. What you think, lady? She doesn't care about bikes. She wasn't even looking.
What are you looking like?
Sorry. I'm fucking mad. Sorry. Yep, you're right. I'm an asshole.
Hey, what's up, riders? What's up, e-pups? Welcome back. Thankfully, the bikes made it. As you can see, they're back there. They're bouncing like crazy. I've been a bundle of nerves the whole time because we've hit some partitions and bumps on the highway that, man, I was just thinking the bikes are gone, but they're there, doing their thing. We're glad that we made it this far, and everything's still good to go. So this is going to be the first test of a round trip with the hitch and the rack. And so far, so good. It looks like we're mobile. We can take our bikes anywhere. It's going to be a blast. We're going to share all of it with you. So see you in a bit. Peace.